So let's go ahead and talk about this Ready to Love reunion real quick while it's fresh on my mind, y'all. Two things that stood out to me that I just want to touch on that I feel like we can learn from was the whole breakdown with Mumen and Frank, and also with what's his name? Guy in the military that called Keri aggressive. So I'll talk about that first because that's real light. I realized that he just did not like Keri like that, especially when he said that, especially when it came out that Shiloh slid him her number, and how Keri basically did the same thing, but it was seen as aggressive because he just did not like her. You know, I feel like men are real easy to please, and they be liking just about any girl that like shoot their shot. But the fact that like he didn't like that coming from her, I think he just didn't feel like that she was that attractive to him. And he was like, oh my gosh, this is too much. You know what I mean? Because if it's a real pretty girl, in his eyes that did the same thing that Keri did, he would not have a problem with it. And I just learned, like, if a guy tried to tell you something like that, oh, you're aggressive, you're too this, you're too that, he just don't like you like that. Especially if you're being forward, because I feel like guys like forward women. Well, not all the time, but, if you're pretty enough, you could pull it off. You could do just about anything. And look at, what's her face? Brittany Renner and PJ Washington. So many times people warn people about that girl, but she still was able to lock and load somebody because she is pretty. Pretty privilege is a real thing. So I just want to say that, ladies, think about when a man says those kind of things like, oh, you're aggressive, you're this, you're that. He just don't like you like that, and he probably don't find you attractive or one of the two. But who cares? Just take your L and move on. And I'm glad he cleaned it up and made it real nice at the end. But secondly, I wanted to talk about Frank and Mumen. I don't like Frank because he is like an actor to me. It's just his whole vagina monologue that he was doing and trying to like explain the situation. I didn't learn not one thing. I did not see his side of things. I didn't see his point of view of things. And it didn't enlighten me in any kind of way. And I'm just like, what is he even talking about? I felt like I just wanted to put him on mute because he wasn't making any sense or saying anything relevant. Like, what do you mean? Like, as soon as the camera's shut down, you're not pursuing this lady? Why not? And it made me think, he wasn't trying to pursue her. Remember she said something? I had to get back to me. I had to take everything in. No, you had to get back to your girlfriend. You had to go get back to the situation. Maybe the girl that said, yeah, you could go on TV, we go on this and help it, help your brand, but it ain't going to go any further. So you got to come back home to me. And that's the vibe I was getting. Like, maybe he had somebody else in the wings and he didn't want to upset that person. Like, it's okay, fine and dandy, I'm letting you go on the show, you better win it, and when you win it, that's it. You may not like this girl enough or anything like that. It's just like, why would you not pursue her? I just did not understand that. But then again, I do, because I always felt like for him, Mumen was like his second choice. He really I'm not gonna say he really didn't like her, but that was not his number one pick. I'm just sorry. I know they had the African connection, but I felt like that wasn't strong enough. I feel like the guy got to feel like when you walk in that room, boom, here we go. Like, his heart is flattering. He lights up, he glows. I just think that is the right kind of energy a man should feel about a woman that he really likes. And I felt like he probably liked me on paper, but that's about it, because they sound like or they look like they should work together based off of their common values and maybe interests, but that's not enough. You gotta have that chemistry too. Like, you got the chemistry, intimacy, you have to have initial attraction, a lot of things. It's a lot of pieces of a puzzle. I feel like you can't just have 2 of the 4 pieces. You gotta have all 4 to connect. So that was my thing, y'all. Let me know what y'all think. What was your favorite part of the reunion, or what's the part that stuck out to y'all? Those 2 things were stuck out to me in particular, because other than that reunion gave so much to be desired, so much left to be desired. I'm like, really? The audacity. But nevertheless, I'll be tuning in for part 2. And you know they about to do another one starting at the end of the month in the whole like Potomac area. So hopefully that'll be interesting, because these I'm ready for them to leave. I'm ready for them to go here to Miami. I'm ready for another state, another town, because DC did not bring it like how I thought they would bring it. I'm a little disappointed in that. But thank you again, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in. And I will talk to you guys soon. And I'll be going live about this topic come Sunday. So hopefully you guys will tune in and listen out for that. Other than that, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.
Synquette, man, the girl was heaven sent. Synquette, man, the girl was heaven sent.